kind of view that matchup that is already set?
I mean, obviously, Lillard and McCollum will be the focus. Trying to limit them to a degree. Gotta have great defensive awareness, switching flexibility as they play. Whether or not Nurkic plays or not, they play small at times. So we know we got our hands full, but we're confident in our ability to strategize and scheme against them defensively and use our advantages to our best abilities.
Are they a lot better defensively, or as you mentioned, their switch ability? But early in the season, they were when you guys played them, they were like last in the league in defense, and it's gotten better for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens as the year wears on. Those guys played great individually. Again, we just have to be. It's going to be an awareness for us, awareness to be on high alert. Obviously, be able to defend them off the bounce, keep them inside the three-point line.
It seems like it's you defensively in terms of your ability to step out and to kind of guard the perimeter. What's allowed you to be the big man who does that?
I don't know. Just try to have some time and just focus on trying to keep guys in the line. It's going to be a big challenge for us. We got to keep them off the three-point line. Obviously, they've got two prolific scorers, so we've got to make sure they see bodies, see layers of defense. Just got to be aggressive.
You obviously made some postseason runs in your career. Do you feel like this team is in as good of a spot as any team you've been on at this point in the season?
I mean, the main focus is health. KD getting his legs and stuff back, relatively healthy. So that's a good starting point. I think mentally we're in a good space. Just got to be willing to get to that next gear defensively. Let our defense power us through. We know the offense will be there, offense will come. But let our defense power us through.
David, coaches have kind of joked how they would love to have the bench that you guys have, the guys coming out. I mean, are you amazed at the group you have who can step in at any role and start if need be?
I mean, we've just got this good collective group IQ. Guys who've seen a whole lot, experience. It's key for us. And we just try to play off of that more than anything. Approach the game with a certain level of seriousness. Try to be effective when we're on the floor. KD going out for us, some guys to take on some bigger roles, but it's helped us. I believe it's going to help us later in the year.
Yeah, you played, obviously, he plays at his best at high emotion. Sometimes that emotion boils over a little bit. I mean, have you talked to him at all as a veteran about, how to kind of dial that back sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, he plays on the edge. It's a part of who he is. I don't think he's as effective if he's not sort of pushing that line. But I just talked to him about using his mind, letting his mind get him through it. I think sometimes you get emotional, your thoughts become scattered, get all over the place. So he's strong-willed, he's got a great mind for the game. You just got to know time and place. Understand, how to keep himself, on the floor, engaged and being productive when he's out there on the floor.
Have you ever played with a player who played as emotional?
Not, because he's a guy he feeds off of. He's edgy, and it makes him who he is. He's had great success, and you don't want to take that away from him because that's sort of what makes him unique. Again, it's just about him having that control, knowing when to rev it up, pull it back, and being able to, sort of snap him out of it. I think sometimes he gets so gone, you got to be able to pull him back. And for the most part this year, I think he's done a better job knowing when he's getting too close, sort of scaling it back.
When you watch the over last year and Draymond got kind of out of control there a little bit. I mean, what was your thought? Do you think you got baited into that?
I don't know if we got baited. I wouldn't. I don't think anybody likes people stepping over them. So. But that's one of those moments where you just have to be able to strong, willed enough to know what's at stake, that moment. And I think he's matured from then to now.
Yeah.
So.
Come in, you get 5 assists really quickly and get the offense clicking, zipping passes around. How much pride do you take in that? And do you think people know the kind of passer you are by now?
I mean, it's just a part of what we sort of developed. Just having a point of attack with the second group. We struggled with that early in the year. We sort of just figured it out. Just keep trial and error. It's been working for us. We got guys who cut without the ball and constantly moving, so it's not that hard in terms of when you got the personnel and the type of people who have the collective IQ to get open.
How much fun is that though? Because they are not.
I mean, because we got great shot makers and guys who can fill it up, so it's definitely a bonus. It's fun. It's the way that we play as a group. I think we got so many different ways we can attack, offensively and defensively. It makes it unique.
With Durant out that second drive, now that he's back, how important do you think it's going to be for you guys to stay aggressive and still be looking for your shots?
Yeah, it's important because you don't want to get into this game where you're just watching him work, watching him do things. We know it's going to take a collective effort, just power through. Those guys, KD's going to get his, Steph's going to get his, Clay's going to get his. We just got to continue to fill in and be a strong group, regardless of what they do. I think the more we add, the better.
Kevin's at his career, he's he's the only star on this team without a ring. Obviously, the criticism he's facing last year. Where do you think his mind is at going into the playoffs off this injury, knowing the pressure that's from externally that he's going to be facing?
I don't think he's looking at it like that. I think he's in a good space. I know he's happy to be back playing, happy to be, back in the mix, and he's fairly rested. His mind is fresh. He's going to continue to get his timing and his rhythm back. So I think he's in a great space.
From the time you've been, there's a lot of outside noise obviously around him. Is he one of those guys that maybe thinks a little bit too much, or can he filter it out?
I think he does a good job of representing himself and his ideas and his opinions. He speaks his mind at times, other times he doesn't. But he handles it. He's a great talent. And he's been able to make an impact here. Deal with some adversity with his injury. I just think he's ready to play. So when it's all said and done, he's just ready to go out and be productive.
His mom was here as he came back. What do you sense that she has meant to him? And she also said she encouraged him a lot during the injury. And
She's like any other mom. She's a lifeline. So obviously, she's been a great support, a great centerpiece, a foundational piece for him, and continues to do so.
Appreciate it. Thank you.